So Tori, we're ready. Okay, thank you. We'll edit that out maybe, huh? Okay. No, it's live stream, that's right. Okay. Welcome. Welcome to the ISD 709 official school board meeting. It is our night where we have our official school board meeting, but we always have set up this time for an opportunity to listen to our community. So we welcome you. It is December 19th. It is 5:33. And again, we appreciate those that have come forward, signed up to speak before the board. It's always somewhat our highlight of our night. It really is. We like hearing from community. We like to all be present at the same time and hearing from our community so that we all are engaged and understand what's being brought before us. So we appreciate that. I'm going to first turn it to Clerk Zadowski, and she will take roll call.
Member Banks?
Here.
Member Derek Eater?
Present.
Member Loeffler Kemp?
Here.
Member Lofeld?
Here.
Member Mikesell?
Here.
I am here. Member Williams? Superintendent Magus?
Here.
Assistant Superintendent Bonds?
Present.
Deputy Clerk Zunich?
Present.
Executive Director of HR and Operations Severance?
Present.
And Board Secretary Paquette.
And before we begin, we always appreciate the fact that we have this incredible tools of civility that was put together by our community for forums like this and just the opportunity to remind our community about the Duluth Public Schools mission and its vision. And so I am going to read the mission and the vision. Will Member Mikesell read the core values, and will Member Eater read our 11 tools of civility? So it is our mission for every student, every day, that we will empower with learning opportunities for growth, creativity, and curiosity in preparation for their future in a global community. Our vision is that Duluth Public Schools provides an academically engaging, safe, and inclusive environment with high expectations and responsible use of resources.
The core values of the Duluth Public Schools are learning, excellence, equity, collaboration, and belonging.
Our 11 tools of civility, this school board recognizes 11 tools of civility that will provide increased opportunities for civil discourse in order to find positive resolutions to the issues that face our community. These tools include pay attention, listen, be inclusive, don't gossip, show respect, be agreeable, apologize, give constructive criticism, take responsibility, be honest, and care for others, show your evidence, share your reasoning.
And again, those 11 tools are from the Speak Your Piece, the Civility Project that was developed by our community a number of years ago. And it's reassuring to hear this message being shared at many of the forums and many of the gatherings that we've seen throughout our community all year and many years past. So thank you. At this time, too, Clerk Zadowski will just share the listening guidelines. When you sign up to speak with us, there is a form that you can look over that goes over these guidelines, and we also have a note in there to review the policy 206 that guides our public comment and our listening session expectations. So thanks.
Yep, here's some information to know when you sign up to speak at listening sessions. If you have a handout for the board, please give them to our school board secretary, Patty, right over here. Persons addressing the board will have 3 minutes total. When speaking, the use of negative, personally identifiable language is not permitted. Persons addressing the board may not merge their time in order to allow one person to speak more than 3 minutes. The clerk of the board will start the stoplight timer at the start of each person's time. Green means go, yellow means wrap up, and red means stop, right here. When the red light comes on, the chair will gavel to signal you to end. And in the interest of respect for every listening session speaker, please hold any commentary during the speaker's time until they are finished.
Thank you. We also ask that we hold applause. Commentary, I don't know if that includes applause, but I'm going to just extend that to, at the end of the listening session, we'll applaud all of the community members that have been brave and enough to come forward and share ideas. So our first speaker is Kate Yapple, and on deck is Amelia Gilbert. The microphone is on the podium. It has a red button that you press, and when it's green, it's on. Each speaker can leave it on as you finish your comments. So again, Kate Yapple, and on deck is Amelia Gilbert.
Do I hold it? Okay. Good evening. I'm speaking today because I want to say thank you. Thank you for taking your time to listen to us and for your work on the Solar for Schools grant. In these past months, we truly appreciate the homework you've done and sacrifices you have made to get this project over the finish line. Your action in support of this project shows commitment to the students of this district. By taking this step towards a more sustainable future, you are showing them tangible solutions to a daunting global problem. My generation has been handed the effects of climate change and the challenge of combating the climate crisis, which is growing ever prevalent. Why is it raining in December? Why did we have no snow last year in a state known for its winters? When I ask myself these questions, it brings up a lot of anxiety, and I know for a fact this anxiety is worsening in younger generations. As you know, solar has a positive economic benefit for our district, but it also serves as a basis for education. Part of the anxiety surrounding the climate crisis is the lack of knowledge, which leads to a feeling of hopelessness. This array will teach kids about climate change's sustainability, and this information can help make the colossal problem of climate change a more approachable topic for young people. It fosters problem solving in a place of denial and action in a place of fear. In trying to get this solar, we have created a community in Duluth. Community is what inspires people. This project has formed a wide force of climate-conscious citizens focused on helping the school district achieve sustainability. Since my 6th grade year, I've seen so much good come out of this project. I have loved getting to see my classmates, my city, and state start to have conversations on sustainability and see them take action. Seeing the district join this conversation and commit to action brings me so much hope. Moving forward, please continue to support the public's voice surrounding the climate movement and encourage and educate your students about their future and what they can do to help change it. Thank you.
Next is Amelia Gilbert, and on deck is Diane Desatel.
Hello, school board members. I'm here speaking to you on behalf of all Climate Club members in the district to sincerely thank you for your action towards the implementation of solar on our schools. We know your work has consumed much of your time and energy. This has not gone unnoticed. Your action of accepting the Solar for Schools grant means so much, not only for our club, but also our entire generation and generations to come. Considering the enormous budget cuts in our district, we are honored that so much of your time has gone into solar. As you know, the budget reflects the values of an administration, and the time you spent with us on this project exemplifies your commitment to our future and sustainability. We thank you for inspiring us to take action on issues we believe are important and creating space for us to voice our opinions. We look forward to working with you further on this project and projects to come. Now, moving forward towards the final deadline, we would like to remind you that we are here to help in any way we can. We know that the holidays are a particularly busy time for everyone and a difficult and an inconvenient time for a deadline. But pushing for this now will give us so many more future opportunities for our community and will be an immense asset to our district, not only educationally, but also financially. Thank you again for your time and have a good evening.
Good evening, Diane Desatel, community member. My kids went through the public school system. I even taught in the public school system for a couple of years, got my license. School board members, Superintendent Magus, administration, and student representatives, they're not here this month, but to all you here. Thank you for moving the Solar for Schools grant of up to $500,000 forward to install a solar array on the operation buildings of one of the many school buildings in our district. This project will not only benefit the district economically, but it helps us move toward a clean energy system in which our students in this community are grateful. Thank you for joining over 100 other schools across the state, helping our region move toward clean, renewable energy. Thank you for working with the city of Duluth to place a solar array at Lincoln Middle School, and we hope that project comes to fruition. Today, I would like not only to express my appreciation to the administration, the board, and the volunteers who have worked to reach this inflection point, but I'd like to ask you to please do the next 3 things in the years to come. Number 1, enhance the district's communication to the community on the projects that you are doing to help us meet our climate action goals by improving your public relations and working with the media to tell stories about the clean energy and its benefits to the district. This can start by letting us know that the full Solar for Schools application was submitted by the new deadline of December, I think it's 30th. Number 2, please apply for the Federal Inflation Reduction Act dollars to help offset the $600,000 of the specifically designated capital dollars the district is using, and start a fund for the next solar arrays to be placed on the next schools as new roofs are replaced on those schools from year to year. And finally, number 3, please include in the curriculum that will be used as part of the grant requirements to not only teach the science behind sustainability of clean energy and how solar works and how it's maintained, but please tell the story of our own homegrown civil discourse where the students right here at home advocated for solar for years, from going to the Capitol to advocate for state legislation, to bring the funds to us, and how they didn't stop there, but worked to bring solar to our schools as reflected in the solar work that you are now doing today. The best lessons come from our very own stories because they come from the people we know. This will teach our future students not only how to advocate in our cherished democracy, but how to preserve and sustain the enthusiasm that's needed until all our schools have solar. Tell the story of how the students of ISD 709 took up the gavel, marched forth with the grace, civility, and patience needed to educate themselves and tell us the stories. That's it. I had one more line left. That's okay. I stopped.
And our last speaker is Chris Fold.
Cut it 10 times, I'm sorry. So I'll speak. My name is Chris Fold. I'm the Dean of Students at the ALC and the Coordinator of Academic Excellence Online. I spent most of my 35 years in education working for ISD 709 as a teacher and a coach at Morgan Park, Duluth Central, Denfeld, and ALC AEO. I've been in this district for a long time, choosing difficult assignments that need someone willing to give extra. I'm here today to speak to the school board on behalf of the voiceless and underserved in this school district. But I'm tired. I'm tired of fighting so hard for so many years for the have-nots. I'm tired of sleepless nights like last night when I woke up at 3 a.m. to type this 10th version of my thoughts. I'm tired of asking questions that don't get answered because I don't have any power. As community representatives on the school board, you have the power and responsibility to ask questions and demand answers. My single goal today is to encourage you to ask questions, including the 10 I'll share with you now. As you know, the school district has purchased the former D&T building to house quite a number of district departments and student programs. Students coming from some of the most difficult situations and circumstances are expected to be shoehorned into this building. Bridge T12, ALC, AEO high schools, the new ALC middle school, Setting 4 Steps, and adult education students will percolate throughout a building which is also going to house district screening, ECSE, pre-K, Head Start, families in transition, and homebound coordination. Assuming you have seen the proposed build-out plans, question 1. Have you imagined yourself as an elementary or middle school student or a parent of a student who will be assigned there? Programming will be limited to a single classroom for the entire day. There's no gym, no cafeteria, no green space, no hands-on classroom spaces. Essentially, the classroom will be a confinement facility for some of our most struggling students. This is not alternative education. Besides teaching, the teachers will also serve as security, cafeteria workers, custodians, nurses, and whatever other support roles we don't have. Question 2, does this facility sound acceptable to you as a student, a parent, or staff? In one of our last informational meetings, a district principal made the comment that in good conscience they could not refer any of their students to a place like this. Question 3, what will programming look like there, and what research and model is it based on? In one overcrowded building, we will have to manage, separate, protect, and educate troubled students who aren't even teenagers yet, as well as struggling adult students who are trying to overcome their own struggles. Question 4, what additional budget is being afforded all of this in the time of a budget crisis? Question 5, how many certified staff will be added since current ALC staff is already fully assigned, and is there even enough safe on-site parking for all employees? We've tried to share our concerns based on our experiences. Stakeholder meetings have been held, but if basic concerns of the staff aren't acknowledged, then we're just checking a box to say there was a meeting and that staff were heard. ALC staff asked for the second floor of the DNT to satisfy our square footage needs, to keep safe separation for our students, and to provide our students with some sense of school autonomy and identity. However, we're being forced to share the second floor with adult education. Question 6, has adult education been scrutinized as much as ALC with any kind of needs assessment? When we shared a floor with that program at Hoax, we never saw more than 10 people on site there at any one time. Yet they have been allotted 40% of the DNT second floor square footage. Question 7, why would we give preferential space to the adult program versus an enrollment of 100 ALC children? There was a draft of this build-out plans that the ALC by itself, it had the ALC on itself on the second floor. Question 8, did you see that version where you provided with multiple build-out plans to choose the best option? Question 9, was there ever consideration of putting district employees currently at the DSC downtown in the DNT and putting the proposed downtown student programming at the more easily accessible DSC? In conclusion, as a school board, you have the difficult responsibility to make discussions on behalf of our community and our children. We appreciate the hard work that you have to do, but question 10, are all of our community students, especially those without a voice, worthy of your scrutiny to help develop a good plan versus a convenient plan when it comes to their education? Thank you.